There was a time where certain video game development companies were unbelievably consistent with producing high-quality products.
Yeah.
Nintendo, Bungie, Naughty Dog, Bethesda.
I will say that Nintendo still puts out bangers on a regular basis. I think that a handful of these companies still actually do perform pretty well.
Rockstar, Blizzard, these guys used to release nothing but classics. Sadly, that consistency is gone, and the continued support of anti-consumer practices in the gaming industry is largely to blame. Video game betas used to be free events where developers briefly released an incomplete build of the game in order to collect data and feedback to polish it for its imminent release. With time, this concept has devolved into charging money for or implementing monetization into incomplete games under the label of early access, with promises to add more content.
I have no problem with games that are early access, but it does make me skeptical whenever I don't see progress with the game. Like, there are some games that early access is really good for them. Like, a great example of a game that early access was good for was Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors had early access, and you could play the game early, and then it just recently came out into its 1.0 version, and now the game is out. PUBG was a bad example of early access because it was just bad forever, and then it randomly got pushed out into being released. But let's be honest, it was just because Microsoft pressured them into doing that because it was the holiday season. So yeah, early access can definitely be a get-out-of-jail-free card whenever you have a shit game.
And complete them someday. This approach is understandable for smaller development teams as they're much more
Valheim, keep in mind, Valheim, the original development team was 5 people. Now they've expanded, and I think they're at 7.
Lack funds needed to execute their true vision for the game. But when AAA gaming corporations adopt this model, it comes off as an excuse to reap the rewards of releasing a full game without actually putting the effort into cultivating one. Yes.
I don't have a problem with them releasing a game early if people want to buy it. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal as long as the expectations are met later on.
Fortnite's baby. The Battle Pass is an assortment of in-game items earned with time played and challenges completed. It doesn't cost money to score a portion of the rewards, but the paid premium version contains the best booty. Fortnite is a free-to-play game, so
I have nothing against battle passes. I know this might upset some of the boomers that watch me. I don't think there's anything wrong with battle passes at all, and I think people are being unreasonable whenever they complain about them.
Strat is to incentivize the player to purchase V-Bucks, the in-game currency used to buy cosmetics such as skins and emotes in the shop. The Battle Pass not only includes these things, but more V-Bucks than it costs to buy the premium version. In fact, even the free version gives you a few buckaroos. The catch to all this is that it only lasts for an in-game season, usually around 10 to 12 weeks. Many games imitate this model of monetization, but with gradual perversions that make it worse for the player and better for the corporation. Overwatch 1 was Blizzard's last good game before the company's reputation began to collapse. Plenty of...
I think Legion was, Oh, it's me! It's me again! What did this guy do? Did he look up on YouTube Blizzard bad? No wonder I'm on here twice.
Videos have already been made covering this topic. I'll link you some good ones. The game felt polished and complete, but the flawed progression system foreshadowed the sleazy practices to come. Basically, there were tens of heroes, and each one had dozens of cosmetics associated with them. The only way to unlock anything was through loot boxes, which were earned with match performance, time played, or bought with real-life money.
Wow.
What sucks about loot boxes is that everything received is random, so there's no guarantee that you'll get anything you truly want. A currency was implemented to mitigate this issue, but was also randomly acquired through loot boxes.
Yeah, whenever you got dupes.
Despite the shady loot box system, the game was actually updated quite frequently for years, with balance patches, seasonal events, new heroes, maps, game modes, and cosmetics, all for free. These updates came with videos where the previous and beloved lead director,
Jeff from the Overwatch team,
would explain the philosophy behind every change being made into the game. However, for the last 3 years or so of the game's lifespan, Blizzard pretty much abandoned the game entirely, choosing instead to focus on... First of all, this game is not a sequel. Everyone's saying it, and I'm saying it again. It's clear that the title of this game is a marketing ploy to entice people to try it out, where they will...
I think that's fine. And also, the reason why Overwatch is so high on Twitch is because it has drops. That's the reason why. It's not because of the quality of the game. Take drops out of Overwatch 2 and its position is going to go down substantially. And it's also free to play.
Saying it again. It's clear that the title of this game is a marketing ploy to entice people to try it out, where they will be constantly reminded of the new monetization structure that this game poorly implements.
Shut up! Shut up!
Overwatch 1, a game that costed up to $60 for some people, was completely shut down, and its replacement is an early access, free-to-play game that desperately wants you to buy its new battle pass. Alright, let's look at this shit. First level. Oh cool, you get Kiriko first level, right? Nah, bitch. Premium only! The only reason I have this chick is because I played Overwatch 1, and
I didn't even know any of this. I didn't know any of this. Like, I didn't play, like, I just logged on. I don't even have a battle pass. I don't know what my battle pass progress is. There was a Roadhog skin that I got in the beta of Overwatch 1, and he has like a shark head or something. And then there was also, like, I had a bunch of the tickets, and I bought a Reinhardt skin. It was red because I thought the red one was cool. And that's about it. But you're all for it? Yeah, I'm totally fine with it because the game is free, and I'm sorry. I think that the fact that the reason why people were okay spending money on the game before is because they were doing it in $1 at a time. Free? It's not, quote, free. It is free. In every definition of the word, Overwatch 2 is a free game. At least the PvP is, not the PvE, to be fair. It is a free game. I think that anybody who's trying to act like it's not is being completely fucking disingenuous. Yeah, it's not free. I paid for Overwatch 1. I mean, I don't think that really makes sense. So like you're saying, like, yeah, I don't agree with that. It's the same game. I think that they've made a substantial amount of updates to Overwatch 2. Obviously, it's been changed a pretty good amount. And I will say that not having the loot boxes does really show people how much these things really cost. Because back in the day, somebody would buy 50 fucking loot boxes to get a $26 skin, and each loot box is $1. But because they were doing it $1 at a time, they didn't realize how much money they were burning. That's what it was. Yeah, it's gambling. And it's amazing that people are complaining about loot boxes and wanting loot boxes back whenever loot boxes made them spend more money and they didn't even realize it. You're in the boxes. Yeah, some of the boxes you are in for free. I'm actually, by the way, I am totally okay with loot boxes if you can't buy them for real money. So, like, if you made loot boxes in Overwatch 2 again, and you couldn't buy them for real money, you just got them in the game, I am totally okay with it. But I think that in no shape or form should you ever be able to buy something in a video game that has an uncertain outcome. You should always know exactly what you are buying. Exactly what you're buying. That's the thing, they didn't realize they were losing so much money. Yeah, exactly. Overwatch loot boxes were pretty good free to play. Well, they couldn't be good free to play because you had to buy the game.
They gave it to Overwatch 1 players. That's cool, I guess. But for everybody else, here she is, level 55. This Reddit user shared their free-to-play experience, and it took them 49 hours of gameplay to unlock this new hero. Some have compared the system to games like Apex Legends. And yes, Legends and Apex are also locked upon release. But the difference is that you're able to earn currency to unlock them by playing the game at any time. So you could play a lot in one season and acquire enough currency to unlock multiple Legends in the future.
Yeah, I think that Overwatch 2 should definitely do that. Like, yeah, they should 100% fucking do that. That they should make it to where you can build up the currency to unlock the things whenever they come out as a free-to-play player. Because it just sucks whenever it makes a lot of people not excited for the game whenever they know that the only way you can get this thing is if you buy a battle pass or you do some bullshit like that. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of that. I think that's what a lot of these other games do, is that they allow people, like I'm pretty sure in League of Legends, you can build up currency ahead of time. So whenever a new character comes out, you can immediately buy it without actually spending money. And that's the same thing with Apex, etc. So I don't really see why Overwatch 2 doesn't do that. It just seems like something that would be better for the game. Because also, like, you have to keep in mind, for everybody who doesn't want to spend money, most people will not want to buy a battle pass to test out a character. People probably just don't want to do that. So every time that you, like, if you do a new release and it's like a new character comes out, and then people don't want to buy the battle pass to unlock the character, well, then all of those people, the marketing is effectively useless on them because they're not actually going to come back to the game because you put a barrier of entry that's not something that they're willing to go over.
Blizzard now confines heroes to the battle pass. You cannot even begin to progress towards unlocking them until they're already available to play. Additionally, a key component of Overwatch gameplay is hero swapping, or changing who you're playing as mid-match. This means that you're at a significant disadvantage by not always having access to every hero in the game. Let's look at other stuff in the battle pass. So see this little icon by my name? That's what these are.
I don't care about this. I don't care about any cosmetic in the game, minus something like the rose skin in Warzone that's effectively a combat advantage. Or like the ghillie suit in BDO that's effectively a combat advantage. I do not care. I don't care about it in PoE. I don't care about it in any of these games. If you are playing a free game, you should not expect to get cosmetics for free also. This is unreasonable.
Cool, nobody gives a fuck. Here's a name card, a new type of cosmetic added to this game. One cool feature of these is that if you equip one, you're not allowed to unequip it. And then the ultimate tier is Genji, the new mythic skin that took a year to make. Remember that, guys, it took a year to make. The two biggest sins of this battle pass are locking the new hero behind it and not giving you any currency back. So basically they copied something, but they made it shitty.
Yeah, that's definitely stupid. Like, I don't know why they would do that. It makes no sense to me. Why make a worse version of something?
God damn, Blizzard's good at that. It speaks volumes to the pathetic state of their new system that players are grieving the removal of loot boxes.
Yeah, it's sad.
Loot boxes. One of the most notorious monetization schemes ever contrived. I don't blame them though. Overwatch 2 intentionally removed the leveling system so that the sole form of progression is the battle pass. Remember those seasonal events from...
I was wondering whatever happened to that. Like, I didn't really think about it ever because it's like, who gives a fuck? But, yeah, I never really thought about it. But, yeah, I was wondering, I don't get levels anymore, huh? That's crazy.
Overwatch 1 I spoke of? Well, all of those previously released seasonal cosmetics are no longer unlockable for free. You must purchase them with their new currency, Overwatch coins. Before we even get into the skins, let's take a look at the price of the coins themselves. The pricing of their coins is already a great representation of their insatiable greed. If you get the discount from buying $50 worth of coins, it
is really fucking disgusting. Like, every other gacha game, every other fucking game gives you 20% off whenever you drop a Benjamin. Whenever you put $100 in the game, you're supposed to get 20% more tickets. And Blizzard and those greedy fucks are only giving you 16. Yeah, they need to change that. That is disgusting. There's not even any first-time purchase bonuses, I'm pretty sure. These fuckers don't know anything.
Skin costs about $18. If you get the discount from buying $32 worth of V-Bucks, this skin with 4 styles, a back bling, a pickaxe, a glider, and a wrap for your weapons and vehicles costs about $13. So not only are Fortnite skins significantly cheaper,
and you can also fucking see them because it's third person.
They have more innate value through the game's third person mode where you're
totally true. I completely agree with that. Very smart insight there.
Always able to see them, and the fact that they're not tied to specific heroes like in Overwatch.
Yeah.
Apparently this, plus this, plus this is worth more than the entirety of Overwatch 1. As if this wasn't enough of an insult to the fans of the first game, the amount and quality of base cosmetics for the 3 new heroes in the game is boo-boo. Overwatch 2 would have had my respect and probably even my money if they would have at least matched the quality and prices of Fortnite's current system. I guess I'll talk about the actual game now. How is it different from Overwatch 1? Well, here's a good way to describe it. This is Risk of Rain 1. This is Risk of Rain 2. This is Overwatch 1.
No, I think that's Overwatch 2, actually.
This is Overwatch 2.
Oh.
Blizzard's original intention of calling it Overwatch 2 was the new PvE mode.
Yes, that's not out right now. I will also say that, yeah, it's pretty much the same game. I think that for a lot of people, like, this is something I've heard. I don't know if XQC has said this. I know Charlie said this. Moist Critical said this. I've said this. I think the gameplay in Overwatch 2 is pretty good. I do. I think overall it's pretty good. Yeah, I feel like most people that I've talked to about this game have thought it was an improvement over what Overwatch 1 is.
Which was a
irrelevant if everything else is bad? No, it's the opposite. Everything else is irrelevant if the gameplay is good. Everything else can be bad, but if the gameplay is good, nothing else matters.
Yet the game still launched. Siegel made a great video on this. I'll link you. I'm not holding back from judging this game in its current state. The early access label is not some magical shield to protect AAA corporations from releasing mediocrity.
Well, apparently.
Especially for this game, since they completely removed the previous and arguably superior one. Put simply, every change in...
I feel like arguably superior... I think some people feel that way about the cosmetics and everything. But personally, I feel like everybody who I've talked to has considered Overwatch 2 an improvement. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just talking to the wrong people. But yeah, I feel like everybody has said it's been an improvement.
Overwatch 2 could have been patched in the first game. I do like some of them, but it's hard to give praise because we would have had significantly more content by now if Blizzard would have just continued updating the first game.
That's true.
This isn't
That's
even
a
a straight upgrade though. Various seemingly arbitrary, lazy, or devious changes were made, many of which have a noticeably negative impact. As I said before, player borders and levels were entirely removed, probably to incentivize buying into their new system. The post-match screen is gone, along with the time to chat and potentially group up with your current team. I want to believe this wasn't removed to extend the Battle Pass grind, since you get more XP if you're in a group, but I wouldn't really put anything past Blizzard at this point. The ability to endorse the enemy team was removed. No idea why. Heroes will say they're on fire.
I'm on fire.
But the sound effect and icon animation was...
The icon and... this was so stupid. Why would you get rid of that? I felt like the I'm on fire animation, like, that was really cool. Why did they get rid of this? It makes no sense to me.
Removed. Again, why? There's an entirely new UI across the board, time of day was changed on some maps, and new hero selection animations were introduced. These changes were obviously made as an attempt to
but with a 2 this time. That's fair.
Convince you that this is not actually just Overwatch.
And I feel like also Blizzard, if you ask somebody, like, obviously they would never say this publicly, but I bet if you asked a lot of the Overwatch 2 developers, they would consider it pretty fucking bad that Overwatch 2 shipped without the PvE. Like, I doubt that there are a lot of developers on Overwatch 2 that think that this is totally okay. Like, they're probably disappointed about this too.
Instead of putting any thought or care into them, they kind of just did whatever, leading to yet more examples of a worse experience. I wouldn't blame anyone for dismissing this game solely based off Blizzard's misbehavior over the last few years, but I don't think the actions of...
I feel like it's like everybody shits on Blizzard for this, but like Riot had a lot of the same stuff happen too. I think that like nobody actually cares about this stuff. They only care about the quality of the game. And if the game quality is good, they'll excuse anything.
Some should represent everyone there. That said, it was...
Jeff Kaplan leaving, I think, was big, though. Jeff Kaplan was, like, the guy for Overwatch. And, like, Jeff Kaplan was, like, one of the Blizzard OGs. Having him leave the game, not good.
It's easy to see how anti-consumer, lazy, and soulless this game is with very little time invested. While there...
I don't think that the game is anti-consumer. I will stand by what I've said many times. I don't care if they put skins in the game for $200. Anything that simulates gambling that you can spend real money on is more anti-consumer than any price tag on a skin. Period.
Are some positive changes made, others are debatable as upgrades, and some are straight up downgrades. Forcing this sequel onto loyal fans of the original game and changing previously free aspects into cash grabs or grind fests is a massive slap in the face. It's not about being free to play or having a battle pass. It's about the dirty changes Blizzard intentionally made to these already established systems, mandating their new structure by revoking access to a paid game where much of the content was earnable for free, all while launching with many other issues, some of which I didn't even cover in this video. It's clear that this version of the game was not an oversight, but rather a calculated, rapacious push to establish what they could get away with.
Yeah, because I bet the game probably will make more money as being free to play. I'll take with loot boxes and skins you got for free. It's like reroll G. Oh, no. Like, I am 100%, again, I have to say this again. I am 100% on board with loot boxes in games that you can earn. Like the leveling loot boxes, if they added those to Overwatch 2 tomorrow, it would instantly make the game better. Instantaneously, it would make the game better, and I think it would probably have a minimal effect on their profits. I think, if anything, it would cause people to play the game more and then have them get frustrated because they're not getting it out of the loot box and then buy it outright from the store. Like, in my opinion, I think it's stupid that they got rid of them. And I think it's counterproductive as well. So I am absolutely in favor of adding the level system back, giving people boxes for playing again. I think that's amazing, and it's a great system. I enjoyed it too. The only problem that I have is being able to spend money to get them. That's it.
There's nothing wrong with playing a game that you enjoy, but if you're also against the persistent rise of anti-consumer practices, I urge you to consider the importance of not spending money on them. I'm glad that so many people are voicing their disappointment with the game as well, but how much do their words really matter if they're still handing Blizzard their money?
I strongly suggest that you don't buy anything from this game.
I don't doubt that some developers...
Wait, what's this?
Anything from this game.
I'm not positive they bought anything. They could have just received it for free. Yeah, because I'm assuming Actman probably owned... he probably owned Overwatch 1, so he got the Battle Pass for free, right? Isn't that how it works? No, it's not? Okay, I was confused. As I said, I don't have the Battle Pass. I don't know any of this. The Battle Pass is bought? Okay.
I don't doubt that some...
Yeah, and again, I am not a Battle Pass hater. I thought that you got the first Battle Pass for free if you owned Overwatch 1. Apparently I'm wrong about that.
Developers still have great passion and try to prioritize fun over everything. But the only way the higher-ups will revise their increasingly vile tactics is if players stop monetarily supporting them. So play the game, but don't play their game.
I've been doing that for years. I haven't spent any money on Overwatch 2. There's actually somebody at Blizzard sent me a code for the Battle Pass. I feel bad because I never redeemed it. I never fucking redeemed it. They were very nice to me. The Overwatch team probably, I feel like people at Blizzard are probably confused because I've defended Overwatch 2 a lot more than many other people have. And I'm sure that they were probably expecting me to be the guy that makes like 18 different videos about how Overwatch 2 is Overwatch fucking 1. And I actually haven't really done that aside from memeing because I think the game I think they're making a good decision. And I've gotten a lot, 7 uninstalls too. Yeah, I fucking hate the game, but I don't think it's consumer unfriendly. Thank you for not spending money on Overwatch. Yeah, I haven't spent any money on it. Like in Fortnite, I played Fortnite for 4 years. Spent $0. Played PUBG, 5 years. Spent $0. Played Apex Legends for 1 year. Spent $200 for loot boxes on stream. Besides that, spent $0. You got PUBG for free? Oh, yeah, no, I bought the game. That's not true. Yeah, I did buy the game. Let's see. Lost Ark, spent $400 today. Tower of Fantasy, probably $3,000. Diablo Immortal, about $4,000 to $5,000. Quit that game. Yep, $400 today. That's right. You guys should have seen earlier in the stream. I got 5 item levels from it. That's right. 5 whole item levels. Wow. What a day. This was a decent video. Obviously, I'm glad that a lot of people are calling out some of the problems with the loot boxes, etc. But I will have to say, and I will push back again and again about this. I will never agree that being able to buy something for a set price is more consumer unfriendly than simulated gambling that you can spend money on. That you will never get me on that. I don't care if the mythic skins are $300. You spend real money, you get one thing, and that's it. It's that simple. I am a big fan of that. I think it's a good thing. There are a lot of other things that I want to watch today, but we're not going to watch them because it's 5:30 in the fucking morning. I'm not even tired, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I'm not even tired. But I'd like to go to bed before like 8 a.m. so I can wake up at like 4 and then go live a little bit later after that. So I'm going to play like a couple of games of Overwatch, and then obviously I have that on December, like they're going to sponsor me to play the game tomorrow. So we're going to play that probably not all day, but I'll probably be playing that like 5 hours tomorrow. What? Yeah, exactly. Just don't sleep? Fuck that. Did you watch Arcane yet? Did I watch Arcane? No, I have not. I'm watching Spy Family right now. Yeah, do you plan on coming back to your usual stream schedule soon? Yeah. If I can't get it under control, I'm going to link the video for you guys. I've never watched this guy's content before. Why would you make your fucking profile Zushi? That character's so lame. He's so lame. Like, really? Like, I like, why? Like, what is this? It's just, he's a loser, man. Spy Family's trash. Well, I watched the first episode. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, he sucks. Like, maybe I haven't gotten far enough into the story to appreciate him enough, but I certainly fucking haven't. Yeah, how was Overlord? It was good. How do you even remember his name? Bro, I remember people's transmog from, like, the Christmas transmog competition of 2018. Of course I'm going to remember his fucking name.